Hey everyone, welcome to the Slime Basher channel. My name's Nick, and today what we're going to do is we're going to be drawing ourselves some Pokemon. So what I did is I bought myself a pack of Pokemon cards, and inside we're going to see which kind of Pokemon we get, and that is going to determine the Pokemon we draw. But as a twist, what we're doing is we're spinning a roulette. And on that roulette is things like Mega, Evolution, Paradox, things like that. And that's going to determine what exactly we draw about the Pokemon that we got in the pack. So let's get straight into it and see what kind of Fakemon we can make. So the pack I've got is a Twilight Masquerade pack that I won at a local. Let's see, we got a Clefairy as our first pick. So we're going to go ahead and spin this wheel to see what we get to do with this Clefairy. It looks like we are making a Paradox out of Clefairy. So the very first thing I wanted to do here was take a look at the shape of Clefairy being vaguely star-like. And between that and the Moonstone and the episode of the anime where Clefables are dancing around the Moonstone and stuff like that, it made me think of falling stars and making wishes. So that's what kind of Clefairy makes me think of, especially with like Metronome, where that's an ability that kind of just makes things possible. As you can see from what I've got going on my references, that naturally led me to thinking about Jirachi a bit more, because that's the Wish Pokemon. So I kind of wanted to make some kind of Wish robot out of this. So I chose doing Future Paradox. You can see I've got two types of Paradox just there for reference, mostly just to see kind of like shapes and certain design choices that they do, just so I can make it fall in line. But originally, I'm just trying to shape it out. As you saw, I made it a little too long, but now I'm getting more of a Jirachi shape out of this. I'm kind of going for that like head cap look, using the ears and like this little bit of like the dangly bits of the hat. So I wanted to look at this. So I'm making a robot that is going to be a little bit more reminiscent of them. See, there's got that the line there on Jirachi. I've never had a Jirachi, so I don't really know. I think it's an eye, but I could be wrong. But I wanted it to make it look a little bit more Jirachi-ish by adding that line segmenting the body of this Clefairy Paradox. And as you see, I'm adding the tags as well, just to give it a little bit more of that feel. So it's kind of it's a mix of the two, but definitely more Clefairy-like than not. And with that, we have Iron Wish, a Fairy Steel Paradox Pokemon. This strange being's name is borrowed from that of an entity in the mysterious paranormal magazine. Rumors say it was built to appease the wishes of a sick child. It resembling a Clefairy has people worried it isn't from our world. Some suggest this creature is a toy meant to be entertaining to children, as it has been reported to be seen using glow-stick fingers in a dance while emoting on its digital face. Perhaps it was built to train young idols. So as you can see, definitely more Clefairy than Jirachi with this guy. It's got the ability Quark Drive, as all future Pokemon do. And then let's actually take a look. What's this? I've pulled a second card here, and that is, the Iron Wish card, a 90 HP Psychic type card with the future typing. It has an ability called Wish Materializer. Once during your turn, you may discard a Clefairy from your bench to search your deck for 2 cards and put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. It has 2 attacks. First one is Glowing Fingers, which deals 20 damage, and flip a coin. On a heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is asleep. On a tails, they are confused instead. And then Atomic Metronome. Choose one of your opponent's basic Pokemon's attacks and use it as this attack. As you see, I wanted to get a little bit more Pokemon card influence in here, so hopefully maybe this is a good enough card that you'd use it for your deck. But I think we're going to have time for one more Pokemon to draw, so let's see what we get in the pack. Okay, so it looks like our second card in the pack was a Varoom, so let's just spin the wheel and see what we're going to do with it. Turns out we are going to make a fusion. So we're going to go back to the pack and get our third Pokemon out of the thing, and it is a Volbeat. So first I wanted to just kind of get a shape going out of these two. I decided that it might make sense to use the back carapace as the engine part of the room, while the rest of it kind of remains a Volbeat. I struggle here for a little bit trying to get a shape that makes sense between the two of them, but I think I land on a pretty decent idea for it, kind of like a downward facing flying action. I decided that instead of wings, it doesn't need them because of the engine. Just don't think too hard about that, but it's still able to zip zap through the air, I think, using this. Perhaps it's more like instead of eyeballs, those turn into like wind jets or something like that. So yeah, mostly a lot of this is just me trying to figure out shape and how to get this guy looking like something. As you can see, I wanted to go pretty unhappy still with this guy. I decided that his entire back area is going to be steel as well. So when we're looking at where his arms are, where they're black because of the carapace on his body, I decided that's also going to just be steel. Getting some of these loops, getting them kind of set up. I think the shape mostly works. I think this one, I think his the arm, that his right arm would be a little too long in this pose, but overall I think I did a an interesting fusion of the two. It was more of a literal fusion in this instance. So here we have Volroom, the Steel Bug EV Pokemon. The steel part of Volroom's body is actually a carapace worn by the bug underneath. The engine runs on the electricity generated by the Pokemon, allowing it to fly at higher speeds while staying silent. At night, it illuminates its eyes like headlights to help others see in the dark. It's more of a literal fusion of the two. The Firefly aspect with the engine making him the EV Pokemon, more like an electric vehicle as opposed to his normal poison typing for Varoom. So he's a little bit more symbiotic and cleaner engine. But what's this? What's the second card we've got here? Oh, that's right. It's Volroom's card. He's a HP 130 Steel Pokemon. He has 2 attacks, the first one being Quick Start. You may attach an energy from your hand to this Pokemon. If you do, draw a card. And then that helps set up his second attack, Lightning Charge, which deals a whopping 100 damage, but it has the effect during your opponent's next turn. This Pokemon takes 10 less damage for each energy attached to this Pokemon. A little bit of more hardy. It's not, I don't think, overpowered. I think you still worry about getting one shot pretty easily from some of these things, but who knows, maybe if you set it up quick enough, you might be able to reduce the amount of damage you're taking every turn. Maybe set up with a Metal Lab or something, and there you go. You got a Volroom that's going to be hard to kill. Well, that just about does it for this video. I hope you enjoyed the creations that I made here. If you have thoughts on the cards that were made, let me know. See if there's anything you would use them for. If you'd like to see me finish out the pack, let me know that too. It just took some effort to make. This is my first time going about something like this, so I'm kind of starting from scratch. So if it's something that you want to see more of, please, please, please let me know. Share it with your friends. Check it out. Hopefully I can make more of these. Again, I can finish the pack out. I have a second pack just waiting to be opened as well. So, if you like these, the more you guys like these, the more I can do them. So yeah, just follow on YouTube for any updates. You can, I think ringing bells is something that they say on the YouTubes. So yeah, if you want more, just let me know. Thanks for watching. Bye. Bye. Goodbye.